So what we're going to look at today are some drill boards. It's a concept that was thought up by a guy called Simon Rawlinson. He's based at Boulders Climbing Wall down in Cardiff, and he was approached by someone a few years ago who had a gymnastics background. And in gymnastics they have a book that takes somebody from an absolute beginner to an Olympic athlete. And there weren't such a thing for climbing, so sort of went away, and he eventually came up with this idea of various configurations of holds to help drill in the basic of climbing techniques to help climbers become better at what they do. And so what I'm going to do is show you how we can use them in different ways, and really it's your imagination is all that it takes to sort of like develop these a little bit further. So what we're going to do is use these holds, and it's these yellows holds. They tend to be really good holds, slightly offset, all jugs, and what we're going to do is use this sort of rule of opposites. So I've got my right hand, I'm going to put my left foot on. I've got my left hand, I'm going to put my right foot on. So what this exercise is doing is forcing me to be side on. So I get that, I put my foot, I twist in and I come up. Twist and then come up. Twist and then come up. So the other exercise is going to do the same thing, but what we've done is we've moved the foothold. So rather than being in a line, they're going to be out to the side. And what we're going to do is again use that right hand, left foot to start off with. So, this time it was a lot harder because we're crossing our bodies a lot more, but it's still forcing me to have that trunk rotation. So one of the really great things about this is that you can try and adapt this. So what we're going to do now is see what happens when we don't go with the opposite foot. So if I put left hand, left foot, that time I was overemphasizing. It's called an inner flag. And so what I'm trying to do is do this but bring my hip as high as possible, and in bringing my hip as high as possible it's push my shoulder up. So again, hip high, flag is often used by people who are quite small, because again it's a way that helps give them a little bit more reach. The other way we can do it is the way we were doing before, with the crossing through and opposite arms, but we're going to use our leg that's dangling to help propel our shoulder higher. So I hold my foot up, and then if I bring that down, it brings my other shoulder up. So put it up, let it down, and it goes. Put it up, let it down, reach up. Put it up, let it down. And it's just another way that you can adapt these drills. And that's why I think these drill balls are so good, is that you can use your imagination So here are those exercises again from different angles. So the first one, where we're stepping through, trying to keep in contact. The other way is to cut loose and let your body swing. The third way is to use that leg to help propel the shoulder up. And the last way, remember, same side, flag, flag, flag. So the other exercise we're going to look at is using these pink holds as footholds. We're going to look at like doing Egyptians and maybe some rockovers as well. Things that we can look for with this is whether or not the person is getting this side of their body as close in The other thing we can look at is the order that our feet go. So these holds, there's one hold better than the other, and my foot always comes off the worst hold last. So this is the good hold. Bring the bad foot up first, and the good foot, and twist. I can also do it a different way. I can twist, and this time bring the bad foot off. And by taking the bad foot off, what I'm trying to do is use body tension to keep my foot in contact with this hold. And the other way we can do it is do a series of foot swaps. Again, they're all ever so slightly different, but they're bringing out different things. And it sort of illustrates, I think, that there isn't necessarily one way to do it, and different people will have different preferences. Another way we can use these, and it's certainly not like the last possible combination, is we're going to use sort of like the Gaston version of the hold. And what we're doing there is practicing sort of pulling up and rocking